We're going to start with the women's.
Okay, we have Amy and Amber ready to go. I believe we have...
Big weights will be shifted today.
Looks
Amy
like...
and Amber up first. Heavy here, light here, heavy there.
Looks like both of our athletes are going for the heavy option, which will be 150 kilos.
Remember to wait for your commands. Everyone is getting an up and a lift command.
Now, Ben on the commentary is there basically explaining what they're looking for, what those judges are looking for. They are looking for a good solid rep. They're wanting those hips to be locked out. Hitching is allowed, straps are allowed, suits are allowed. They will have to wait for those down commands. You see them looking at, I think that might have been a personal best by the celebration there, but you'll see them looking at their judge when they're locked at that bar to basically give that judge that confidence. I know I've got this bar, it's stable. And the judges will be looking for those hips to be nice and free. Now we have our athlete in the near side here being really strategic. I think that was a very, very good lift for them. And basically they're doing something really clever, which is using the full amount of time. You have a minute. That doesn't mean that you have to be attempting to lift for that entire minute. You can take that time to strategically rest to get the most optimal amount of performance out of yourself. Sometimes taking that rest will mean that you are able to get another lift. That's not quite there, but she did put on a very good show there. That was a brilliant way for us to kick off the day.
Izzy is in the warm-up area of the iPad, telling you what order you're in. There's a couple of other helpers like Emily as well, who will do your suit.
Now I believe we might have a dual Ellen situation. I think we have Ellen and Ellen coming out next.
Okay, next two out. Ellen Bernie and Ellen Davies.
Oh, wonderful. And both these athletes actually train out of the Barbell division in Southampton. I think actually Ellen Davies trains at a number of gyms, but I know they have both trained there, and Ellen Burney certainly does.
Deadlift suits.
Both using deadlift suits.
See some big weights today.
The deadlift suit itself will give you a bit of spring at the bottom of the lift,
60 seconds.
and then dump all of that weight straight into you.
Come on, Ellen. There it is, Ellen.
Wonderful rep there. Ellen really stuck in there to make sure that lockout was there. There's Ellen Davies. I'm going to have to use surnames to make this not as confusing. Repping through these. Oh, Ellen Davies fought for that second rep there. That was magnificent. I think that she has done a very good job. Now the suit creates quite a bit of compression, so the athletes will want to be strategic more so probably with the suits than they will going raw, as it's not a comfortable experience. I think Ellen Davies is going to go for one more rep. She's going back in. She's got 10 seconds. Can she get this last rep? Not today, not today, not today. But that was still a phenomenal performance. I actually lost count. I got so distracted by how magnificent those reps were. But I have a feeling that was around 5 or 6. Now we have our women's team. We have Emmeline and Hannah Smith coming out.
Okay, next two out. Yeah, as soon as you're done, please just move out of the way of the next people.
I actually believe both of these next athletes are fairly new to competing. And although they've, I think, both been training in the strength world for quite a number of years, both of them have only a few competitions under their belt. Both phenomenal athletes. Emmeline opting for a raw deadlift here, and Hannah going for the suited option as well. And they're off.
Right, Hannah.
Looking strong from Hannah and Emmeline here.
Very impressive from Emmeline.
And you'll see that the athletes themselves will want to try and find a rhythm. The more they can stick to that rhythm, the better.
So she's got grip
Hannah is looking strong here. Emmeline, because she's not in the suit, she's not using straps, she's actually able to stand up and breathe, not have to worry about restrapping in, and she can use that to her advantage. Now Hannah is doing well, she's shaking her head, and I wonder if that's because it looks like one part of the bar is getting a little bit stuck on the lip of her suit. She's having to fight against it a little bit. Can she fight? It's just getting, she's ramping up her thigh there. Emmeline's still ripping out. Hannah is shaking her head there. Emmeline is still going strong. I think she can get at least another rep in here.
3, 2.
Wonderful. Got the down command with a second to spare there.
Well done.
Some brilliant performance here. Now everyone's opting for that heavy bar so far as well, which is always very exciting to see.
Our helpers will tell you. Get a round of applause for our plate loaders, our
Now,
helpers.
in this class,
What they did yesterday was just
everybody is
mad.
British, apart from Emmeline,
Today
who's an
they're gonna be
Aussie.
put through even more because the weights are, in some cases,
I
twice
believe
as
we
heavy.
have Jenny and Catherine out
Guys.
next.
Right, next 2 on the whistle.
Ooh, very strong. That first rep looked confident.
Opted for no sorts.
Oh, some beautiful reps flying here. Now you'll see that they're finding that really good rhythm, getting a good timing with their pace of lifting, but also their breathing. The more they can stay in that controlled zone, the better.
Good.
Come on, Jenny!
These athletes are all looking very strong here. Just tactical rest in the near side lane. In the far side lane, looking like nothing will stop her. Can she get that lockout? Very close there. And both of these athletes here opting for raw, no suits here as well. So close to this lockout. Can she? Oh, just before that down command, she wasn't quite able to get her hips through there. That was so close. Jenny is also in the same boat. Oh, so close as well. They have to have those hips through to be able to get that down command. And the judges are very much looking for the quality of the reps here as well.
Sam Jackson, Lisa Watson.
So we have Lisa and Sam Jackson out next. I believe Lisa will be in the far side lane, and I think Sam will be in the nearest lane. Now, Sam looks like she's electing the lighter deadlift bar, and Lisa the heavier one. Both are looking like they're using... Yes, Sam is off to a good start. Both of these athletes also not using suits. Lisa now opting for that lighter bar. It just wasn't quite there for the heavier one today. Can she catch up with Sam? Sam is looking strong, but she's also very much keeping herself in the optimal zone for her. She's taking that time to breathe. She's being really strategic with when she actually pushes through. I think that is one thing that a lot of newer athletes can fall into the habit of feeling like they have to be fighting for that entire minute and not using that time strategically. I think it is something that can definitely come out of when the adrenaline hits. Sometimes logic leaves. I think Sam's got another one here. She's looking strong, not quite. But also, it's good to remember that this is event 1 of 5, and these events are going to test these athletes in so many different ways. The Conan's Wheel is up next, and then we have the log, which is actually a pattern we don't often see. You quite often see the static events coming first, especially overhead static events when athletes are a bit fresher. So it will be a different challenge for those athletes. So they might also want to be sticking to a strategy and conserving some energy this early on in the day. So I think we have Shelley and Victoria out next, and then I believe we'll have Kate out last on her own because we have an odd number of athletes in this category. Ooh. Brilliant first reps here. Very different styles. The athlete in the near side lane, taking a bit of time to get set. And we have our athlete in the far side lane who is going to, I can call it there.
She said she's been a bit ill the last 2 weeks, Kate. So
Kate has been a bit unwell for the last 2 weeks, so she knows where her limit is for today. I think she's just going to call it there. Shelley is taking a bit of a tactical break. She's looking very strong so far.
30 seconds. Wait another 10. I'll tell you when.
We've got a coach in the audience saying, wait another 10 seconds. Just 20 seconds left. So coach has said, go now. Can she get that last rep? It's going. The crowd is behind her. Wonderful rep there. Now, you won't be able to see because it's behind the camera, but the audience is about 7 or 8 people deep already, and yesterday it got up to probably at least 10, to the extent that Ben on the commentary had to routinely remind people to please stay off of the football pitch, which is on the other side of the audience area, because that's not really in our bounds for today. The audience is phenomenal. There is a really brilliant atmosphere here, and the athletes are staring right into that crowd. We're just off to the side. So it looks like they're resetting. So I have a feeling there may have been somebody who dropped out, and I think that was Kate that went last, and potentially not Victoria. So I imagine that would be why we're already moving on.
That is the 5th strongest man in the world, right there. And he's got the deadlift.
So next we have the women's over 75 kilo.
As close to 1,000 pound deadlift as possible. That's 400.
Out first, we have Abby and Andrea Seed. Now, Andrea is a phenomenal athlete. She has, if you can think of a big world level competition, Andrea has been there. And Andrea has battled, and she's probably come fourth. And she's missed the podium by sometimes like half a point. She is a phenomenal athlete, and I think today the aim is to just have some fun and really just enjoy the day. I believe her plan is also to not use a suit and just have some fun. I was chatting to her yesterday about how we both love raw deadlift personally, so I'm going to try and not be biased in the commentary. I have used raw deadlift myself on many occasions. As we are currently switching the plates around and loading the next, I thought I'd just introduce myself. My name is Em. I compete as a 64 kilo athlete. I've competed at Europe's Strongest, World's Strongest, and a variety of different world championships all over the place. So I'm not only experienced with the live feed side, even though this weekend, has not been maybe the smoothest of rides, but I also do know what it's like being in these athletes' shoes. And I'm actually a little bit jealous because I'd love to be out there on the floor with them, but at least I can be part of the day here, cheering them on and celebrating with them. Yesterday, where it got so bad with the signal, I hopped in and I was just all-round athlete cheerer, and on a few occasions judge as well. Now, I believe the bars are set, so I will transition you back. So I believe the weights here are 140 kilo and 160 kilo for that trump deadlift option. So it appears Andrew's coming out. Aha, yes. So Andrew does have an absolute monster deadlift here. Absolutely love that belt. I've just seen how bright and wonderful it is. Now, both of these athletes could put on quite a performance here. They're going for the heavy options, so they're both looking super confident.
Get behind her on the whistle, ladies.
Go on, Andrea!
Now, Andrea's favourite event is the deadlift. Oh! Rapid fire. She's being so efficient here. There's only enough time for the judge to give that down command, and then she's off again. And in the near side lane, we have the athlete looking very strong, very stoic, sticking to her plan, sticking to her rhythm. And especially in the suit, getting that breathing pattern right is so important, because you probably can't get the same amount of air in at the bottom of that rep when you're hunched over the bar and everything's closed up around you. You'll want to use breathing at the top of the rep strategically and minimize your time at the bottom of the rep. Andrea is still flying through these reps. I wouldn't be surprised if she's going to get 10 reps in. Oh, the commentators even said 20. Both of these athletes are looking towards 10 seconds left. Can Andrea get another 2? Who knows? At least another 1, I'm sure. Wonderful. I think Andrew's going to call it there. That was wonderful. Genuinely very, very, very exciting. I wonder how the other Opens women are going to respond. So I believe we have Eliza out next, and then Georgina. Now, Eliza I have seen compete on a number of occasions. She is also a phenomenal athlete. I believe she usually competes in the 72 kilo category.
Next pair out, Eliza. In front of Emily.
So Eliza will be on the far side. There she is. She has a beautiful purple colour lipstick on as well, which is coordinated with her pit vipers. We can be strong and stylish. And we have Georgina in the near side lane as well.
So men's under 90s, you should be warming up. Men's under 90s.
And off they go. Eliza is a very proficient user of the hitch, where she sits back once the bar is over her knees and then drives her hips forward. Now, Georgina is looking pretty strong, a few reps in already.
Great work.
Eliza being very strategic here. She, obviously not in a suit, is able to breathe just that little bit more at the bottom of the rep. Able to use her timing to sort of suit her own deadlift style. And I think that's wonderful about strongman, is that you can play to your own strengths. There are a few movement standards you need to achieve to get the down command, but beyond that, you can lift it however you want. You can find your own style, your own flair. Can these athletes get the last few reps? Every rep is so valuable. Now, Eliza, can she hitch this? I think she can. She is a very good hitcher. I think she got that just in the time. The judges' down command came just as the time was called there. So I believe at next we have Hannah Johnston and Laura Thackeray. Hannah is also former England's strongest woman.
Laura Thackeray.
I'm not joking when I say the lineup here is absolutely phenomenal. So Hannah on the near side lane and Hannah on the far side. Looks like they're both going for the heavy bar as well. Yeah, Hannah has a 250 kilo deadlift.
260. Sorry, Anna.
260. Hannah is actually corrected Ben there. Don't sell her short, Ben.
Here we go.
This could be a bit of a rep fest. Will she take on Andrea? Now, Hannah looking really strong. She's actually so fast. She's having to race the judge with those down commands.
As long as she gets all the commands, she's going to be good to go.
Now, you'll notice that the athletes are also being given up commands. That's to prevent the touch and go, which you might hear is also disallowed. It's one of the very few rules here. Both of these athletes are repping through. Now, Hannah on the far side is looking strong. I think because the athlete on the far side is looking really strong. Hannah on the near side is rattling through these reps. It makes the athlete on the other side appear much slower, but actually I think both of these athletes are going to have some absolutely devilish scores. You've got 7 seconds left. Can Hannah get this last rep? It's just stuck at her knees. Time there. Well, I'm sure Hannah, both of these athletes are going to want to rest. Yeah, leaning on the rigging, getting their breath back. That was a phenomenal performance from both there. Now I believe we have Magda and Tasmin out next, and then last we possibly Tiff. Yeah, Tiff will be coming last. So we have Magda out and Tasmin. Now I've seen Magda compete a few times locally in Southampton. I believe she's from around the New Forest area. Tasmin also using the suit, just for that extra little bit of spring. Ooh. Now, oh wow. Tasmin is looking really strong here. Retightening the straps is a really, really important thing to do. Do not put yourself in a situation whereby you're having to worry about your straps when you want to be grinding through for another rep. So usually Tasmin competes in the under 75, but she wanted a bit of a challenge, and I absolutely love that. She's jumped in, she wants to hold her own as a lightweight in this open class and battle. I absolutely commend that. Not only will you learn far more, but I love the pursuit of the challenge. There's heavier weights, and she's rattling through. She's showing that she can definitely hold her own there. That's it. Can she get this last knockout? Wonderful. Tasmin apparently weighs in usually about 62 kilos for context there. She is a lightweight and competing here. And I believe Tiff, who's coming out now, is also around about 60 kilo body weight.
So Tiff's out on her own.
Tiff is going to be in this near side lane. Now Tiff is a very strong deadlifter. I think we're about to see a phenomenal performance here. Now Tiff is, strange enough, very much looking forward to deadlifts. That is the lift that she elected as her favourite for the year. She's been doing strongman for about 2 years, and her biggest achievement so far is finishing 5th in Europe in the under 64 OSG competition. She's qualified for World's Strongest Woman this year. That'll be taking place in Texas in December. Now Tiff is looking very strong here. I think she's going to be able to rival Hannah and Andrea here as well with this pace. She can maintain it. Now you'll see that she has a very locked in rhythm here. It is lift, breathe, go. Very proficient. She's almost going to be wanting to not even think about what she's doing and just focus on that rhythm. Getting that down command there, making sure that those athletes do have their hips through, and in the suit that can actually be a little bit harder. You always have to exaggerate those hips coming through. You can make that lockout appear softer than it is. Can she get this last one? I think she's got this one. Whoa, she's going to call it there with just 3 seconds to spare. That was absolutely phenomenal. Now, as they're going to adjust the blades a little bit here, and we have a gladiator themed day, we have had a bit of fun with some of the visuals. If anyone can get the reference, extra points for you. So we have our men's under 90 coming out next, and this is also another stacked class. Now I believe the weights they have as an option are 210 or 240 kilos. Right, I will bring you back in just a second as they're just loading the next bars. Now after this event, they will have the Conan's wheel, which will be taking place in a different location on the other side of the building that you're currently looking at. So we'll have to move across there. What I'm going to do, just to make sure that you actually do get this footage, basically, is I'm going to record in segments. So I'll upload the deadlifts, and then I'll upload the Conans and each event subsequent in separate uploads. So apologies for multiple links, but where we are signal-wise, it was the best we could do. We want to keep you guys connected. We want to get you a part of the day, because the atmosphere here is genuinely spectacular.
Just want to get alcohol, then you can do. If you want to get a breakfast roll or something, I believe they're still being served. We've also got a pizza van firing up.
Our under 90 kilo men will be coming out shortly. I can see another mix of suits and raw lifters. Now the suits is another variable that we didn't have yesterday. There was no suits allowed yesterday. Suits are allowed today. The actual gladiator training school has a sort of a pull-up climbing rig over to the far side, and that's what the athletes are using to help settle themselves into their suits. Now, I believe in the next category we have a number of British and English athletes. We have one athlete who's come all the way from Wales, and I believe he will be out first. Bradley James has apparently come from Wales, and we have Matt out as well. The hat in the far side lane is magnificent. It looks like they're both going for that heavier bar of 240 kilos. Probably shouldn't shortchange them by a whole 100 kilo there.
240. Here we go.
Wonderful rep already in there. Both of these athletes looking brilliant. Wicked leg drive, and the athlete on the far side a little shaky towards the top, but you can see looking very, very strong and able to push through to that lockout. Apparently his athlete nickname is the Hat, and it is a magnificent hat. Allows for the ponytail to come through. I think he's being strategic there. He's got his 2 reps. That's what he wanted. And he's getting out the suit ready so he can start recovering for the Conans. And our athlete on the near side has 20 seconds remaining. Plenty of people in the audience cheering for them. Can he get this? I think he's looking strong for it. I think he can get another one as well. It looks like the suit straps are sliding off of his shoulder there. Now, the rules are that the athletes still have to have their competition t-shirt on, as we have SBD as a sponsor for today. We've provided all of the athlete t-shirts. you'll see they always have to have that t-shirt on. The only exceptions are if they're using the Go For Yoke grip bra, which is one of the other sponsors, and that will be the women only, as they only provide clothing for women. The suit straps are allowed to go over the t-shirt, but they still have to wear that t-shirt. Now Connor over there on the far side, if he gets this rep, I know this will be a personal best. It wasn't that long ago that 200 kilos was his personal best, but he has had quite the battle in the last few months to get to that 230. Now, he actually was a bodybuilder only about 6 months previous, so he has switched sports massively. The athlete in the near side lane is rattling through reps. Now, I don't think he's able to get it quite past is he going to go for that 210 or is he going to stick? I think he's going to go for a third attempt at that 240. He is clearly very focused. No, I think he's going to go for one rep at 210 so he doesn't have that zero score. The audience there has ignited for Connor. Can he get one rep here? Because that will mean he gets 1 point. If he doesn't get a single rep, that is a zero. So at secured that 1 point has secured him at least a point. I think he can get this. Just in the nick of time, he got that second rep there. I think he will be not brilliantly happy, but I think he should be happy with that performance to be able to adapt on the fly, make decisions, and change his plan when it wasn't going the way he had intended to. And I think that's one thing to not underestimate here. There is a huge skill in being able to adapt in the moment, because these athletes are going to have to respond to so many unknowns. They might be using calibrated plates here, but the environment will be completely different to how they've trained before. And for the rest of the events, it's quite likely that they will feel very, very different. Their training will have prepared them so that they can respond the best they can to these unknown situations. Especially for the log lift, they'll be lifting outside, and it's an annoying setup today in that we have some clouds but not lots. So if you're in that, looking at the sky and seeing a cloud drift past, it can be really, really destabilising. Now, these athletes are both looking very strong, being very strategic, both of them though. They know what they want, and I think that's what they're going to stick to. Now, Andrew is going for that heavier bar. He's got a lot of support in the audience here.
Let's have one more, mate.
I think he's going to use his rest time wisely. Stay calm, stay in your zone, and lift only when you're ready so that you're making sure that you're optimizing that time.
Get behind you guys.
Come on. Plenty of support from him in the audience, and I love that the other athlete has joined him to cheer him on as well. Not quite, but I think he did the right thing there by optimizing that rest.
Just gonna get him out of the suit.
Now, I believe we have Ethan and Jake out next, potentially, but I know one of the athletes, yes, Jake and Ethan. Now, I know one of the athletes has moved into the heavier category, so my list is a little bit out of date. So I believe we have Jake in the near side lane and Ethan in the far side lane. I believe I've seen both of these athletes lift before, and especially Ethan, I remember being a really good all-round athlete. They didn't really seem to have a weakness. Oh, strong press lift there. Brilliant. Both of these athletes looking very strong. Ethan, a very good user of that hip twist again. And he's competed for 3 years. And actually recently competed at UKNS in the sort of the natural pathway, which is a brilliantly great pathway, and also the world final this weekend. Rattling through reps here in the near side lane. Very strategic with their breathing, making sure he's breathing at the top there. No, I think having these t-shirts underneath these deadlift suits is proving another variable. You can see the straps are sliding down people's shoulders, but the belt should hold it in place because it's mainly the hip tension that they're wanting. Now, the way you want to deadlift in a suit is going to be slightly different to how you want to deadlift raw most of the time. Most athletes are going to want to sink their hips back a little bit further to really allow for that nice spring from the suit there. Wonderful. Both these athletes looking strong. I think that actually we're not going to have many outliers unless this next few pairs now prove me wrong, make me eat my words. But so far, everyone's looking very consistent.
Toby.
We have Toby
Emily.
in the far side lane, and I believe we have Nathan in the near side lane, who's opting for the lighter bar.
Let's go, fellas, on the whistle. Let's keep the support coming, guys. Go get yourselves fed and watered. Support our athletes, please. We need it. Make sure you wear sun cream.
Now, yesterday, one thing that we did notice is that the athletes needed to prioritise that hydration more than usual. We had some cramping towards the end. Wow, that was a rapid first rep there. Can he get that next lift? He's very strategic. This is a very, very heavy bar. Can he get that final rep? One minute waiting for those down commands. And he's making it really easy. Those lockouts are looking so strong. It means the judge is in a place where they can give that down command so easily.
Tom is an absolute world-class coach. He's coached 40 world records. Winning string. Southampton.
He get this last rep. Just a few seconds left.
Well done.
Brilliant. I think he's somebody 1 to 2, and he's going to move on now. Get into recovery mode because the Conans is coming next. And I can only say, although there are some weights posted online, it's very difficult to understand what that weight's going to feel like because it's on a pivoted arm. You're moving on grass. It's going to feel heavy, basically. Heavy. Don't get preoccupied by the weights, just think heavy. So we have Max out now on the far side lane. He is a strong deadlifter.
Lewis Fisher.
And Lewis Fisher in the near side lane. I believe it is Danny Curtis that may have moved up to the next pass. Now Max is a phenomenal deadlifter. He's gritty as well. Yes, I've seen Max fight through reps towards the end of minutes. Like, it's phenomenal. Both of these athletes are looking very calm and collected so far, really utilising their time well, finding a good rhythm and looking strong. You'll see them looking at the judge to try and get that down command just a fraction of a second longer, telling the judge, I know I've locked this out, I know I've got this rep. Give me the command. Stare them down. Now Max is moving over to a hitch. He's got it stuck a little bit on the neoprene shorts there, but he's managed to get it. Can they get one more rep? 50 seconds. And Max utilise a hitch here. Oh, and the athlete on the near side is looking like he will be able to get this. 3, 2, and down set. Time. Well done. And Rosie, who you've just seen pop up to help Max out the suit, she competed yesterday and absolutely crushed it as well. She actually she's another athlete who hopped into a heavier weight class. She's a very lightweight athlete and hopped into the novice over 75 just again for that challenge, and I absolutely love it. I'm very much here for testing yourself, thriving in the challenge. Not only will you get so much from it in the long run, you'll learn so much, you might even surprise yourself.
So 115 weights, go on the bars once that bar is cleaned.
So the bar's being cleaned down now. The rules are they can use any kind of chalk they want, but if they're using liquid chalk, they have to have their hands dry before they put it on the bar, and that's because if you've never touched liquid chalk, if you put it on the bar wet, it can leave, it can basically dry on the bar, and that can affect how the bar feels, the knurling roughness for the athletes coming, as it will kind of set in those grooves. Now, another thing to remember here is that the athletes do have a brilliant warm-up area. The Hampshire team have been brilliant at making sure the athletes are at the heart of all of their decisions. They have done so much. There's a physio here. They've got plenty of kit to warm up on, plenty of it. I can literally see 3 or 4 bars ongoing in the warm-up area in only one time. So they have provided lots of stuff. But the athletes are still not able to control all of their variables like they might be able to in the gym. So if you're comparing this to your gym lifts, all I can say is there are more variables at play than you probably realise. They don't have control of their timings, especially in a suit. That can actually be much more of a challenge because you're not going to want to yank those straps out tight until you know you're going out soon. Now, here, the Hampshire team, it's like a well-oiled machine, so cohesively working together. to just ensure. I think there might have been some blood on the floor there. They're just really, but they are brilliant at the efficiency. And yesterday they were able to respond so well when things took a little bit longer, a little bit short, and they kept the time moving. We adapted on the fly, and everything moved brilliantly. That being said, they still need a little bit of time to obviously reset things in between. And that's why Ben has made it very, very clear that between the athletes, they will not hang around. They will call the athletes' names, and then they will want them ready to go. They won't hang around, basically.
Who are over there selling kit. They are also winning supplement needs.
So now we're on to the men's under 115. They have 240 kilos or 280. So the heaviest bar on the Passport 4 is now the lightest bar. And then a 280 kilo heavy bar. Ben is showing off the helmets. They are wild. And they're wearable, they're well made, they're quite heavy. They're also quite big, so even the guys here that have quite sizable noggins are probably going to be able to walk, drive home even. Probably don't do that. I don't recommend that for health and safety. But they'll be able to be victorious, having their post-competition scran, wearing their helmet of victory. We're loaded and ready to go. So Max and Chris are out first.
Chris Barnaby in front of Emily.
Chris Barnaby on the far side and Max on the near side.
Here we go. Strap in, please.
So Max has been doing strongman for about 3 or 4 years. He has multiple sclerosis. And he goes by MS Warrior Strongman on Instagram. But his favourite lifts are deadlifts, stones, and farmers. So this could be a good one for him. He has lanky arms, is what he's written. So overheads are a bit of a weakness, but that should mean he's got some brilliant proportions for this deadlift event. And rattling through some reps. Oh, that was a good save. I thought he was going to rock forward there. So Chris is also looking very, very strong. Really utilising that breathing at the top to try and be efficient. He's unstrapped here. That's a really sensible move. Trying to actually use your time well. And if it's a few seconds to get strapped back in, doesn't matter. If you're able to stand up, get some proper air in, get some recovery in, your legs will be screaming at you, your lungs will be screaming at you if you're trying to recover bent over that bar.
20.
So Max is looking good, 20 seconds remaining. He looks locked in, he's taking his rest very, very efficiently. I think he's in the corner there, I think he's happy with that. Wonderful. Both smiling athletes, so brilliant work there from both of them. Some cheering. I think he'll be very happy with that result. I believe you're up next. We have Lewis and I think Kian. I'm so glad that Ben just said that on the timeline because I was about to say Kian.
See what they got.
So Kian, his aim is basically to get through the competition with no zeros. He hasn't really done any training. He's just here to basically just enjoy it and send it.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. Some brilliant reps here. Nope, okay. I think he's going to go for the lighter bar. On the far side, rattling through reps here. He is a very strong deadlifter. Just making this look like nothing. Brilliant. We have a rep on the score there. The far side athlete does not got a suit. I believe the near side does underneath the t-shirt. Far side athlete is strategically asking what the time is. 20 seconds remaining. Near side athlete has done what he wanted to and has called it there. Far side athlete, I think, is using that last remaining time. Well, can he get that one last rep? Nice. Asking at the top. He's literally just asked at the top of the rep, whilst holding 280 kilos, what is the time? Oh, that was beautiful. Not only was he trying to check what the time was, he managed to get in his second rep. I think he was just trying to work out, should he just lower it in a really controlled way, get set and go just for that last one, and it paid off very well.
Okay, next two out.
So we have our next two athletes out.
Anybody know Joe McLaughlin? Yeah, we do.
So we have a Joe McLaughlin, and actually, I think Joe Wright, so it's a Joe and Joe situation.
On the 280.
We had an Ellen and an Ellen earlier, and now we have a Joe and a Joe.
Joe McLaughlin in front of
it is the Joe off.
Let's go, Joe. Come
I'm going to
on.
regret saying. Both using straps and suits.
Okay, fellas, on the whistle.
A lot of strategic chalk and towel placement.
Warming up. Fellas, here we go.
Big ball.
Now they're starting off strapping into the deadlift with their feet wider because the feet will be making reaching down so hard. Both are looking very strong here. Now, the near side athlete has used talc to help that bar slide up onto their guys. Oh, he is happy with that. A roar of pride there. And the far side athlete's using leggings to kind of allow that glide.
You've got 4 events left. You've already hit PB.
I think that was a personal best. It's been confirmed that was a personal best, and he's been told by the commentator to leave it there. You've got a personal best, and you've got 4 events to go. And I also like you see that he actually has a headphone in there. He's got one in so he can hear some music, and one out so he can hear the judges' call. And I think that's the sort of thing, the little detail that you need some experience to work out what works best for you. And find the things that will help you switch on in your own personal ways. Some athletes, I think Sam is actually one of these, is very vocal, very animated, and others are very quiet and in their own bubble there. So we have Mark Cummings on the near side, who has been competing as an under 90 athlete for a number of years at all. There isn't a competition Mark hasn't competed at, to be completely honest with you. And Sam on the far side also rattling through some reps. They are both looking 280 kilos. Look like nothing. Both of these athletes are rattling through. Now Mark, because he competes probably every weekend, is an incredibly experienced athlete. He will be probably the most adaptable person you'll see here today because he's done everything. I guarantee he'll have more competitions under his belt than potentially the rest of the class combined. Sam is also being very strategic there. Get them out of the suit, get them into recovery mode. They were yeah, we are. I'm sort of lost for words. They are making this look weightless. So I believe this might be our last pair potentially. Let's have a look. No, I'm wrong. We've got a few more to go. So I believe we have Mark Burgess and Henry Corkin out next. Oh, this is Mark's first competition. That is awesome to see. He's jumping straight in here. And Ben has confirmed he is very, very strong. I believe we have actually Tom Pearson, not Henry, I believe. Let's just announce there. They're getting strapped in. The whistle was blown. They're not going to wait until these athletes are fully strapped in. They're giving them a fair amount of time, but they've got to get going pretty quick. Both already have a rep on the scoreboard. Here they go.
Tom is absolutely cheap. So is Mark as well. Look at these two animals just going 280.
They are making this look so easy, and a nice, good little bit of a grind there for that lockout, but well done. I think they're being quite strategic and taking that rest where they need. And after having come out after that last round we've seen where they were just throwing the bar around, they know they have to get as many reps here. Every rep is so valuable, especially now where they don't have the trumps are where they can add in accumulative points in between with the lighter bar. Oh, brilliant work. And they finish this rep. Showing that lockout, staring at the judge, nearly rocking back a little bit. Oh, I think he got the rep, but it was out of the time, so it will not count to his total.
Very impressive though.
So I believe we might have a Daryl and a Nick out next.
115s. Our incredible plate loading team lifting thousands of kilos over the weekend. Should have seen the sandbags yesterday. They took every single sandbag back by hand. So a few of these guys did about 2,000 meters of sandbag carries. Thank you.
See the events team behind, ready to hop in and get us moving to these open weights in only a few rounds' time.
Daryl is an absolute powerhouse. No suit.
So Daryl is a powerhouse, opting for no suit, and apparently will likely strict press the log later as well. Sounds like an absolute static monster. I have actually seen him compete on a few occasions. He is statically so strong. And then we have Nick Green, who's opting for that lighter bar there. That can be a really strategic move, especially where you might have had athletes who have not been able to hit that heavy weight and then have not had enough time to rep up on the lighter bar. If you're starting with that lighter bar, you can actually add up some points pretty quick. And you're fresher too. Both of these athletes are looking pretty strong so far. Daryl is being strategic. He is using the rolling in of the bar fairly well. I often wouldn't recommend that because most of the time that's not going to put you in the same position for your setup each time. But some athletes are able to use that very proficiently. And I would say that that's the key. If it's something you can do very proficiently. Well done. Some smiles. Well, okay. Smiles from the near side athlete. Daryl was not looking particularly happy with that, but it appears to have also hurt his hamstring. One thing that we did see yesterday were a lot of athletes, especially with hamstring cramp, especially with the 2 sandbag events that they've got, the deadlifts as well, and the log and Conans, with the heat, because it feels like the actual flooring that we have here is just attracting that intense sun heat here, as it's the summer bank holiday weekend. It's hot, and actually a lot of the athletes were finding that cramping was their main fallback yesterday. Brilliant. Oh, so we have a little bit of a screaming at ourselves. Some athletes really prefer that height, really like being in that elevated state, and controlling when to switch that on can be really, really key for them. Okay, he's into his time here on the near side lane. Can Brad get a rep here? Oh, we had a strap snap on the far side there. He's going to have to mix grip from now. It is so behind him. He has gotten that rep. That was a 20 kilo personal best. He is so happy with that. 20 kilo personal best does not happen often when you've been training for a while. Now, the athlete on the far side, I think he's doing really well here to adapt when that strap broke. Ben is literally holding up the remainder of the strap that just came off. And I think he did so well to switch his tactic completely unexpectedly. He would not have warmed that up. Switch his hand and to actually just carry on, not let it phase him. That is a wonderful performance. So we have Curtis out on his own because we have an uneven amount of athletes in this round. Apparently he's officially Britain's strongest drummer.
Here we go.
Danny Curtis, sorry. Going in for that lighter bar. A good amount of reps here will still give him a really, really good score. Oh, looking smooth. Really proficient use of the hitch here. Gliding up the thighs there. 2 reps already. He's going to take a breather. Will he go for a third? Making sure that suit was in the exact place that he wanted to, where those straps may have slid down a little bit.
Come on, Danny. 20 seconds.
It's only 10:40 and the heat here is already well done. I think that was a really good strategic performance there. So now we're going to switch over to the men's opens. The light option is 270 kilos. And then the heavy option is the big old 300. 300 kilos for reps. Madness.
Thank you to our team.
The team springing into action, sorry.
Speaking of big deadlifts, we got some more strength
Now we have a wonderful lineup here.
Flowers hiding in the warm-up area. The 7th strongest man in the world.
We have the 7th and 5th strongest man in the world who are helping out in the warm-up area.
Like a picture with Shane Flowers.
Shane Flowers and Paddy Haynes.
Same with Paddy Haynes, 5th strongest man.
Now I have 17 athletes in the open class on my list.
Very good to see them here.
I have not had a confirmation if they've all turned up today. I know we've had 1 or 2 that have already either moved class or not turned up. Various reasons, could be injury, change of plans.
Okay, so 300 kilos, 270 kilos.
Bars looking loaded.
We have some monster deadlifters in the
We do
building
have
today.
some monster deadlifters coming up here.
Good. How's the body?
And each of the events that we have today is going to be a different test.
This is the man I was announcing earlier, guys. The man who made this all possible, Steve Steinolf. Yep, the owner of Gladiator Camp. Without him, this competition would not
So
be
the
running.
commentator is currently thanking the owner of the Gladiator Camp, who has made this entire event possible. The venue is spectacular. And he also competed yesterday, by the way, and just, I mean, did phenomenally well.
Who's the first victims?
Probably doing quite well to be standing upright, to be honest, today. So, who do we have out first? I believe we have Charlie Stickley and Will Smith. So Will Smith on the far lane, and Charlie Stickley will be in the near side lane. He actually attempted the log world record yesterday here, just missed out. Very close. And I think the one thing to be mindful of, especially when we have log coming up later, is if we are outside. That is a variable that especially will affect on the log press. So he has already maxed out yesterday.
Here we go.
Will Smith is a very tall athlete, but he's got very long levers, and I've seen him deadlift incredibly well at previous events.
Here we go.
There we go. Really good first rep. And Charlie was obviously already rattling through. Will is being incredibly strategic. I think he's going to take a little breather. I look like he went a little bit lightheaded there, with the amount of pressure that runs through you in the deadlift anyway, and then add a suit on top of that. And Charlie get another rep. I think having a strategic breather here is going to be a very, very good move. Now, Will, they're both having a very good rest, and that is always a very wise move. We've got 20 seconds remaining, so there's plenty of time. Can Will get this over his knees? Not quite. Often, if they can get it above their knees, that's when they can utilise those hitches that are not often allowed in other sports. For example, powerlifting, you would not be allowed to hitch like that. Both of them have done very, very well there. I would suggest it's probably already mid 20 degrees, and it is still not, well, it's still mid-morning. I believe we have Ryan and Antonio out next.
Mr. John Thor, Mr. John Shaw, he did the commentary yesterday. He also helped out all day. Let's have a round of applause for John. He's competing today.
John Shaw will be competing in a bit. He's getting a bit of a shout out because he also ran the commentary and judged yesterday as well. So he's been here all weekend. He also trained all week last week. He's not peaked for this. He's just here for the fun. I love it. Right, both of these athletes are looking dialed in and strong. Oh, there are 2 brothers competing here today.
We're in.
Ryan and Antonio. Some brilliant reps here. Both of these athletes are looking very strong. Pushing through that sticky point over the knees and a really strong lockout. Can this near side athlete finish the stretch? He's just getting stuck on that lip where the neoprene shorts are. I think he's done that. He's going to come out of the suit, be strategic. He got what he wanted to. And we're going in for another rep. I reckon he can hit. Rian is going for one more rep. He's got time. This is 300 kilos to remember.
Not quite there.
Not quite there today, but that has done well. The pressure that he'll be feeling from that suit is quite spectacular. We'll be very, very glad to get out. So next out we have John Thor and Tom Watson. Now John wasn't actually sure how he wanted to play this event. He only decided this morning he wanted to wear the suit, and last week he was deadlifting raw. He did the same weight for 5, because his aim is to basically treat this as an events day and just have some fun. He's not peaked, he's not deloaded, he's just jumping in for the love of the game.
On the whistle, fellas.
And we have, I think, Tom on the far side.
Time, Sam, don't worry, get those straps right.
Oh, looking weightless here, 300 kilo. Each rep will be so valuable.
Great work from these two.
I think John is going to call it there. I think our far side athlete is being very strategic. But I think he's got a rep. 300 kilos is still a monster score. That was Sam, sorry. I think that there's another athlete who has dropped out, and again, a list is slightly out of date.
Tom Watson.
That was Sam Ripley, sorry. Now we have Tom Watson now and Gerard Stain.
Mr. Watto. He's come all the way from up north. Let's give him a round of applause to make
Currently Watson has come all the way from up north, as has a few other athletes. We have Andrew who's come all the way down from Preston.
Just under 370 kilos.
It is a spectacular competition, very much worth travelling for.
Big G on the deadlift. Tom Watson.
And then we have Big G on the deadlift. We have a Big G and a Big C here today.
There we go.
So Big G is looking good there.
Behind him for a double, come on.
Oh, this side athlete is rattling through. Big G has only been competing in strongman for about a year. He has done a novice on inters, and now he's trying to push himself here into the opens. Oh, and this athlete is rattling through. He is looking strong. He's very strategic. I think he can get another one. This will be a phenomenal performance. He's making this look absolutely weightless. I think he's got another one still. Oh, that was a PB for Big G.
Guys, we cannot have it going slow.
Nice. You can see the call it there, but I think that was 5. As I'm hopping between the two athletes, I'm not actually keeping a tally. So any guess on reps I say is completely unofficial. I believe we'll be uploading the results to strength results, so you should be able to have a look. Yesterday, the strength results website was not working, not just because of the signal here, but also other competitions all over the country were. Oh, sorry, actually, Naturals is actually taking place in Ireland this weekend. They were also struggling to upload their results, but I believe that it is working now. So we have Joe in the far side lane and Luke in the near side lane. Wonderful first rep there, and had to fight over a bit of the neoprene there. He's able to use a very efficient sort of hitch over that neoprene now, so that he's not having to get stuck on it. Those are being very careful to not miss a down command. There's a lot of effort that goes into every single one of these reps, and they are not going to want to miss. There's a coach screaming here at the side, helping really ignite some adrenaline in these athletes. We've got 30 seconds left. That is a massive amount of time when it comes to something like this, but I think our Nissan athlete is going to call it. 20 seconds left for Tango. I think here he's going to go in. Can he get it? That bar just came away from him just a little bit more. The athletes, especially at this kind of weight, are going to want that bar to be in as much of an optimal position as possible.
Last few in our deadlifts, and then we're moving on to Conan's wheel.
Right, so we have our last few deadlifters of the day coming up, and then we'll be moving over to the Conans. I will stop this video here and we'll start another one so that we can start uploading this so you can see.
Who would want that man pulling out of a burning building? Yes, you would. Because he can pick up 300 kilos for reps.
I believe this is Aaron.
Luke's a big fan of blue.
There's a bit of banter going on here. So this is Aaron the Gorilla. He's most looking forward to the Conan's wheel, which will be up next.
Let's get behind these two. Absolute beasts. Here we go.
Let's see what these athletes have got. The finale of the deadlifts.
Let's get it, Luke!
Here we go.
Big pull!
300 kilos. Let's see what they got.
Get the mindset right!
Oh my God. It's his
Wow.
first rep.
That was cover. Izzy is
Keep
flying.
that pace.
Luke Halford.
Yes.
I apologize, I got the wrong athlete out earlier, but Izzy is flying. I've seen Izzy compete on a number of occasions, and he always has such a quiet, stoic intensity. He's very intentional with where he puts his energy. Breathing, and when he's ready, he'll lock in. That's it. Oh, a small stumble over on the far side. I think he's okay. I think that was a little bit of dizziness. Somebody in the audience is giving Izzy some very good cues. Wait, get some rest. Izzy's smiling. I think he's going to be happy with that. That will be a very, very good score.
Great job on those two.
Sorry, that was Izzy and Luke. We now have 2 more rounds. Apologies, I misheard something on the commentary. So I believe we have Owen Davis and Jake O'Grady next, and then we will have Josh and Aaron following them.
And Owen Davies in front of Emily.
So Owen Davis on the far side, and I believe then we have Jake on the near
Jake
side.
O'Grady in front of James.
Now, Jake has actually been quite clever
Here
here.
we go,
He's,
guys.
I think, literally cut his neoprene shorts so he can pull them up. So he gets the spring around the hips, but that actually then the shorts shouldn't get caught on the bar. I think that's actually a really clever move. Oh, rep 1 already in over on the far side.
Please go and keep it busy.
Wonderful, very, very powerful reps. Both of these athletes rattling through.
Jake O'Grady makes 300 kilos light.
The near side athlete utilising the knee sleeves under the shins because the knurling on these bars can be quite aggressive and it can carve your shins up, which you don't want over rep 1 ideally. 30 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Finishing off their efforts on the deadlift reps.
20 seconds remaining. Far side athlete is looking strong. I think with a good hitch, he'll get this beautiful. Can he hold it? It's a little bit of a wobble. A little bit of a walk. I think he's going to call it there though. 4 seconds. No. Okay, I think he's given in and said, no, it's not happening in that time. I'm going to conserve my energy. I'm not going to take the risk.
This is a big opens class.
So now I believe we have Aaron Lewis and Josh Walton coming out. They are the final lifters of the deadlift.
A couple of weeks ago, competed at official Strongman Games Europe Championships in the 105s, and he stepped up to the Open today.
So Aaron has competed very recently at the OSG Europe, which took place a number of weeks ago, but he was a 105 at that point. He has taken the option to step up as an Opens athlete today.
In front of Emily, Aaron Lewis in front of James.
Aaron is nearest to us. He's hyping up the audience, which I also love.
Get strapped in, please, on the whistle, fellas.
We want a good finale here, guys. I think there's going to be a show.
Josh has got to empty the tank if he wants to win here.
The near side athlete has also been really good and put chalk on his wrists before he puts his straps on, and that can really hold those straps in place when it's a direct event. Those straps can move around a little bit, and you want to minimise that and reduce it down to what you want them to stay locked in. Those of these athletes are flying through. I think we're going to see phenomenal quality, especially from the far side athlete. Just a reminder, this is 300 kilos. I think the near side athlete has another rep in him. I think he's going to be very strategic, take some rest, and channel that power. The far side athlete is rapidly rattling through. Not quite in the near side athlete. 25 seconds remaining, they've got time.
Let's keep the support going for Josh.
About 15 seconds remaining.
Here we go, he needs 1 more at least. 10, 9, 8.
The far side athlete needs 1 more rep to take a really good score here.
3, 2.
I think that is a matched first, I believe. Wonderful work from those 2 athletes. Now, I will transition you over to our gladiator-themed hold screen for the day. And I believe we'll now be moving over to the Conan's wheel. So I will leave you here, and I will join you again very, very soon.